Alrighty, grab a seat and let me catch you up on what is going on with Anne of Green Gables. Marilla has shown her 3 dresses that she's made for her. Unfortunately, the dresses are not quite to Anne's exacting standards because they don't have puffy sleeves and the material is just functional. When Anne brings this up to Marilla's attention, Marilla is quite disappointed because Anne, in her usual frank manner, says, I can imagine that I like them. And Marilla is like, I'd rather you don't. I'd rather you just like them. And Anne says, but why don't they have puffy sleeves? And Marilla is getting upset with her and saying, well, I didn't know you'd be this vain talking about puffy sleeves. And those sleeves just look silly. And Anne says, well, I'd rather look silly with everyone else than look functional and plain and be the only one standing out. And to be honest, I kind of agree with her. Like, if all the girlies are wearing puffy sleeves, can I also be a little fashionable girly? I feel you, Anne. I see you, sis. Sunday morning, and unfortunately Marilla is not feeling well, so she sends Anne to go catch up with Mrs. Rachel Lynde so that she can take her to church. Rachel Lynde had already skedaddled because she wants to be there so she can see everybody and get all the hot gossip. Anna's like, I'm gonna meander on and get to church. On the way there, she sees some wild roses and buttercups, and sister girl Anne is not one to lose an opportunity to make use of her imagination, is she? She always wanted a hat with roses with flowers on it, so she makes herself a little wreath and plops it on top of her sailor hat. Now, you know how judgmental we human beings can be, right? So Anne gets to church and they're all side-eyeing her. Oh, that is that queer odd little girl we've heard about with a temper. And look, what is it that she has on her head? They're all side-eyeing her. No one is welcoming. No one says a word to her. But Anne, her imagination is just wonderful and stellar. She goes in, she attends the church service, she remembers everything because Marilla promised she would grill her about it. And she answers every question the Sunday school teacher throws at her because Marilla had drilled them into her, and she's nothing if not a good student. Anne gets home, tells Marilla what happened, and then proceeds to give her own rating of the sermon and of church. Did you like church? No. The minister spoke too long. The verse he chose was too long, and that meant his sermon was too long, and I have a suggestion for him. Maybe if he made the verse shorter, then he could match it to a shorter sermon and would all be happy. And besides, it seems like he was only talking to God and not to us, so I never paid attention to him. I was looking out the window, and I saw the lake of shining waters, and there were like these tree branches that were just tinkling and touching it, and it was wonderful. Marilla is like, girlfriend, you're supposed to be paying attention to the sermon. And she's like, even the minister didn't seem like he wanted to be there, so I was not paying attention to him. Truth of the matter was, Marilla couldn't even keep up with being upset with Anne because those are thoughts she herself had when she went to church. Anyway, that was the beautiful, hilarious chapter 11 of Anne of Green Gables. I'll catch you up in chapter 12 real soon. Don't go nowhere.